Working for you to monitor criminal activity on Dalbergia Street in Barrio Logan. The city has targeted a motel in the area as an alleged hub of prostitution activity. As our David Goffredson reports, business owners still report seeing sex workers out on the street.
The parade of what appears to be sex workers and Johns in cars continues along Dalbergia Street in Barrio Logan. This video was shot on Monday. Business owners in the area tell us they continue to see prostitution in broad daylight. This video was shot on June 15th, despite crackdowns by San Diego police and the city attorney's office.
You know, we haven't seen a lot of change, to be quite honest. We do see a little bit more activity with the police. They're kind of roaming around and, you know, they're driving up and down the street. There's a lot of activity, or they're rebuilding stuff in the neighborhood. So I think that may have slowed it down a little bit, but, you know, they're still out there.
Looks like she's going to get inside the vehicle.
In February, San Diego police arrested 48 people in the area during an undercover sting operation. Just last month, the city attorney announced a settlement in a lawsuit against the owners of the Main Street Motel, described in court papers as a hotbed for prostitution. I stopped by and saw the motel remains closed for renovations.
A lot of them were staying there, you know, that was kind of their central hub, but they really come from all over. You know, we see them walking over from National City. There's still a lot of hotels, you know, just a few blocks away where they stay, and we see them walking down the boulevard just to come to this area.
I recorded this video at 1:30 in the afternoon, driving along Dalbergia Street. Then there's this surveillance video from June 13th, showing two women fighting in the street at 1 a.m. Eventually, a third woman gets involved in the melee as the brawl continues from one side of the street to the other. A business owner told me they found this clump of hair in the street the next morning. To be fair, San Diego police do show up and write tickets when they can, but business owners say officers really need to focus their attention on Friday and Saturday nights into the early morning hours.
It's not necessarily the locations where they're staying, it's actually where they're doing the dirty deed that they have to crack down on.
Now, it's important to note the motel is on Main Street. The video you saw in our report was shot a couple blocks away on Dalbergia Street. And apparently the motel being shut down is having very little effect on the sex trade up the street. We'll keep working for you to keep an eye on what's happening here in Barrio Logan. David Goffredson, CBS 8.
Thanks, David. CBS 8 reached out to San Diego police for comment about the number of patrols in the area. We'll let you know if and when we hear back.